Every year, thousands of men go through this process and worry about how their finances will be affected. In this video, we'll look at some key facts and figures that can help guide your decision-making during the divorce process. We'll also give some tips on how to protect yourself financially while keeping in mind what is best for your family in the long run. So stay tuned until the end to get all of the information. First off, let's take a look at some facts and figures across different countries that may surprise you. According to statistics from 201718 in Australia, nearly 55% of divorces were initiated by women, up from 45% just one decade earlier. Similarly, UK data shows that around 2/3 of divorcing couples have female petitioners. This figure has been steadily rising since 2013 to 14, when it was slightly lower than 60%. In Canada too, there has been an increase in women initiating divorce proceedings over recent years, with 64% being female petitioners in 2016 compared to 56% 10 years previously. The US sees similar trends, with more women filing for divorce than men since 2012, reaching levels as high as 70%. These numbers indicate that more and more wives are seeking legal separation rather than attempting reconciliation or saving their marriages. Now, if you are part of these stats looking at a potential divorce settlement, then it pays to be aware of certain key issues before proceeding further along this path. Namely, child support payments and spousal maintenance costs, which can vary significantly depending on each individual situation, but should always take into account any children involved, as well as factors such as income, assets, or shared debts, etc. It is worth noting here that though both parties may initially agree upon terms during negotiations, they can still apply for court orders later down the line once everything else has been settled. So make sure everything is thoroughly discussed beforehand before signing anything legally binding. Furthermore, if possible, try mediation services first instead, which might avoid complications further down the line due to differing opinions between both parties, plus it tends to be cheaper. As mentioned above, protecting yourself financially should be taken into consideration, especially if there are children involved who will need ongoing support. Post-divorce, think carefully about setting up trust funds or other investments prior to finalizing any agreements so these needs can continue being met even after dissolution takes place. However, don't forget emotions often play an important role too, particularly when dealing with matters involving children whom no parent wants left out-pocketed, despite whatever course action taken. Such could include making sure both parents remain liable financially dependent upon circumstances. That said, bear in mind sometimes emotionally driven decisions tend to incur greater costs whether they turn out right or wrong, so keep level head throughout proceedings. Focus mainly on practical longevity plans moving forward rather than feelings moment, otherwise regretful outcomes become far likelier occur retrospectively. Finally, although difficult times ahead, remember ultimately goal remains same regardless outcome. Providing safe, secure future everyone involved, including yourself, for without proper planning protection place worst-case scenarios become far easier to envisage. Unfortunately, this video does not provide legal, financial, or tax advice. The information provided in this video is for informational purposes only and should not be interpreted as legal advice. If you require legal advice, please contact a qualified attorney, for example, by signing up for a free course on our website Divorce Lab Pro. We will connect you with a pre-selected lawyers or other experts you may need. Join our free course to learn how to navigate the divorce process. Learn about the negative impact of divorce on you, children, and family, and how to protect your rights. Pre-selected experts are available to help men through this difficult time. Get it free now at Divorce Lab Pro. Understand the financial implications of divorce before making any decisions. This can include understanding both your short-term and long-term costs, including legal fees, living expenses, child care costs, etc. Make sure you have a comprehensive understanding of your family's finances prior to filing for divorce. Know what assets and liabilities exist, as well as monthly income sources and debts. Take steps to protect yourself financially, such as opening a separate bank account in your name or freezing joint accounts until the divorce is finalized. Calculate the value of marital property accurately so that an equitable division can take place during negotiation or court proceedings if necessary. Seek out reliable professionals, such as attorneys, tax advisors, and financial planners who are experienced in handling divorces when working through complex issues regarding finances during a divorce proceeding. Consider alternative dispute resolution methods such as mediation or collaboration with your spouse instead of litigation, which may be more cost-effective than going to court, while still allowing you some control over the outcome of asset division and other important matters related to a divorce settlement agreement. Be aware that certain states have community property laws which dictate how marital property should be split between spouses upon dissolution. Check with state laws applicable to you if this applies in order to ensure fairness in settlements reached during negotiations or at trial proceedings. The US, Australia, and Canada. Exercise caution when signing documents such as separation agreements without full knowledge of the potential consequences. Obtain advice from an attorney before agreeing on terms, especially concerning matters related to child support payments or alimony awards. Research potential tax implications associated with different aspects of dividing up assets during a divorce settlement, for example, capital gains taxes, so that you know all possible risks involved before signing off on any agreements made between parties involved. Recognize that even after finalizing a decree, there may still be post-divorce issues requiring attention, such as updating estate plans or retirement accounts. Seek assistance from qualified professionals if needed throughout this process. Make sure children's needs are addressed properly throughout negotiations by providing appropriate levels of financial support according to state guidelines where applicable. USA, UK, Australia, Canada. Investigate available social services programs offered by local governments aimed at assisting divorced individuals transitioning into independent living situations following dissolution proceedings. USA, UK, Australia, Canada. Acknowledge possibilities for changing circumstances once finalization occurs, which could result in modifications being made later down the line, depending on individual cases. Keep records organized just in case revisiting is necessary at some point to his changes happening afterward. Prioritize saving money whenever possible, since it will benefit both parties moving forward after dissolving their marriage. Develop budgeting strategies for managing personal finances efficiently afterwards and adjust spending habits accordingly. Set realistic expectations about financial outcomes resulting from ending marriages. Understand that although many couples experience hardships, it doesn't mean each party has been treated unfairly. It's just different depending on respective cases handled differently by courts accordingly within legal frameworks set forth by governing bodies across countries like USA versus UK versus Australia versus Canada, etc. Divorces aren't easy, but understanding your options from a financial perspective can ensure better outcomes for everyone concerned, whilst hopefully avoiding unnecessary court battles along the way. Remember, seek advice early. Mediators, lawyers alike, consider every angle possible, draw up suitable arrangements, fit particular requirements, minimize risks down road, while remaining mindful. Emotional impact, have everybody affected by whole situation. Lastly, perhaps most importantly, stay focused, positive aim, save marriage, re-establish strength bonds within family. Much time, effort invested, ensuring success matter now. Future come depends solely upon dedication, commitment put towards cause. Good luck. Join our free course to learn how to navigate the divorce process. Learn about the negative impact of divorce on you, children, and family, and how to protect your rights. Pre-selected experts are available to help men through this difficult time. Get it free now at Divorce Lab Pro.